Hey everybody, welcome to what we'll call episode 2 of the Flock RV Rally Company podcast. Today is going to be Gabe's Pride with Pam and Steve on cleaning your RV. Let me give you a little background about them. Pam and Steve Kennedy are the owners of Gabe Pride. Their family has over 60 years of experience in the commercial cleaning sector, so they know they're cleaning. Um, their family has built a strong reputation for delivering top quality products and training personnel across the nation. Gabe's Pride was founded in 2018, inspired by the purchase of their first RV. You got to appreciate somebody that develops products for their RV to clean, so you know they got to be good. Um, and that's when they identified the need for effective and safe cleaning solutions within the RV community. Gabe's Pride cleaners are eco friendly, biodegradable, and safe, but most importantly, they deliver results. Pam and Steve proudly continue their family legacy, committed to producing the best performing, safest cleaners available on the market today. But enough with me. Let's welcome in Pam and Steve. You know, I can't say nothing other than I use your products and I love them. They are they're awesome.
Love to hear it.
Yep. Especially your streak remover there. It's incredible. I've never had a product take off the bugs of a front of my RV like yours. So, but people didn't come here to hear me speak. So let's go on to the next section, and then we'll get your slides going for you. Now, I said top to bottom. Why do you say bottom to top?
Bottom to top, because which we do mention later on in the seminar, but if you start cleaning like the sides first and any vertical surfaces from the bottom up, you don't get clean streaks. If you let it drip down the sides when it's dirty, or a wall or anything vertical, when it's dirty, it will concentrate the cleaner in that thin little line, and that's how you get clean streaks.
Ah, very nice. All right. Well, you got control. I will mute my mic and let you take over.
All right. Well, everybody, thank you for joining us, and we're thrilled to be here. Don told you a little bit about our history. All of our cleaners are based on our original formulations from our commercial side. We adapted them for homeowners and RVs. The commercial rules, the container sizes, they're very different. And even in our big rig, we can't carry a 55-gallon drum. So we made them smaller and easier to use for homeowners and RV owners. Each of our products are eco-friendly, biodegradable. We make them as easy to use as possible, and they're safe for all surfaces, as well as people, pets, and Mother Earth. We have kids, we've had pets. We want it safe, the earth to be safe for our future generations. We make our products. They're our formulas, and we manufacture them, bottle them, and sell them. So that gives us firsthand knowledge of what works and what doesn't, and why. We are dedicated to educating and empowering consumers so that you guys, as the end user, can make informed decisions. We like to teach you that, because then that makes you smarter. And whether it's our products or anybody's products, you can determine if it's the right product, the correct product, a good product or not, cost-effective product, whatever. If you understand what it is that you're looking at and deciding between. And that's our mission and our strength. That was instilled in us from the time we could talk by our dad and his, with his company. And that's all we know, is to teach people and provide quality and really good products that are safe. So cleaning is based on many factors. One, the pH of both the cleaner and the dirt. And we'll break it down into cover each section. Two is the quality of the raw materials, which makes a big difference. And then three, is it, eco-responsible, safe, biodegradable. And four, of course, is the results. It doesn't matter if it's not going to clean properly, you should be using it. So the pH of both the cleaner and the dirt. Dirt is held onto the surface by static charge. Static charge is removed by neutralizing the surface, not using a neutral cleaner. There are so many neutral cleaners out there, and they just don't clean very well. Soil removal or neutralizing the surface is based on the pH of both the dirt and the cleaner. They need to be the opposites of each other. Just like a magnet, opposites attract. So if the dirt is acidic, you need it to have an alkaline cleaner. And pH is the measurement of how acidic or alkaline the dirt, the cleaner is, just like in a pool, just in anything that you're testing the pH in. So only substances that dissolve in water will have a pH rating. Low pH is considered acidic. Don't get nervous with the word acid. They're safe acids nowadays. They're refined and have become very safe. High pH is considered alkaline, and 7 is neutral on the pH scale. So if the dirt you're trying to remove is acidic, which is what most dirt is, then you need an alkaline cleaner. If it's alkaline dirt, which is soap scum, then you need an acidic base cleaner. That's why a multi-surface cleaner is on the alkaline side, because it cleans most, and that's why it's called multi-surface. It cleans most of the dirts out there. So basically, since there's only 2 types of dirt, you really only need 2 types of cleaners, an alkaline one and acidic one. You don't need to
Okay.
have 20 different cleaners.
Yep. And before we go on, if anybody has any questions, put them in the comment section and we can answer them as we go along. Well, you guys can answer them because I'm not going to be able to answer any of these.
Correct.
All right. Let's.
Next, yep. So the important part of the pH is that it's the correct pH range. Too high or too low, it can be hazardous. Too neutral, it won't clean very well. So a safe range for a multi-surface cleaner is around 9, between 9 and a 10. A safe range for a bathroom cleaner should be about a 1 or 2. Anything that dissolves in water is a chemical. This is very important, people. And yes, water is a chemical. It is 7, pH rating of 7, so it is neutral. It is pure. Water alone does not clean. So don't be taken by the products that say you're only using water to clean. 1, you're using a chemical, but 2, you need other parts of that to make the cleaning process happen. Water is the vehicle to remove the dirt and cleaning solution. That is why water is a very important part of the cleaning program. If you're not removing it, it's still on the surface. So water is what removes it. Cleaning cannot be done chemical free, but there are safe cleaners out there, safe chemicals to use. So the other thing to remember is that choosing the correct cleaner is based on the dirt, not the surface. It doesn't matter if it's your kitchen table or your RV table, wood or plastic. Same dirt is on those tables. You clean according to the dirt you're trying to remove. Fingerprints on a stainless steel fridge, everybody wants to go get a stainless steel cleaner polish. It's not going to clean the fingerprints. Fingerprints are greasy oil, residue from your fingers. So that's why you need a multi-surface cleaner, which cuts through grease and oils to remove those fingerprints, not a stainless steel polish or cleaner. So the second part of it is the quality of the raw materials. A cleaner formula is like a recipe. We get to choose which raw materials we want to use. We get a list of them. Like if we're looking to make an alkaline cleaner, a multi-surface cleaner, they give you a list of each of the categories of raw materials you need. They all will clean. The difference is how much is needed of the cleaner to get the job done and how safe it is in the finished product. The cheaper the raw material, it tends to need to use more cleaner to use, and the less safe it is, because the safer stuff or better stuff is more expensive. In the end, you end up spending more on the cheaper products because you're using so much more cleaner to get the job done, or time or energy or whatever. And it ends up being that the expensive cleaner is a better deal, plus it's easier to use and cleans better. And we have so many customers that tell us they use a couple drops to clean their shower doors of cleaner. They don't need to use a whole bucket full of cleaner. It's important, very important, to follow the directions, especially with the dilution ratio. So many people don't follow the directions thinking they know how to use it. And you're setting yourself up for failure in a lot of ways. If the cleaner says to dilute and you need to use it full strength to work, it's not a good cleaner. There's a reason they tell you to dilute it. You shouldn't use it full strength. Using it in a concentrated amount is not safe. The concentrated cleaner should have a higher or lower pH than when it's mixed correctly. And again, sometimes the concentrated version the pH is very high in it and or very low, and you don't want to be using that as your normal cleaner. Also, be careful using homemade cleaners. People think that using homemade cleaners are safe because it's baking soda, vinegar, whatever. They're not refined. They're missing parts of the recipe that make them safe and work to their maximum performance. Also, if you mix baking soda and vinegar together, you're making a neutral cleaner. If you're, when I hear people say, "Well, I use Dawn with some vinegar," that's a neutral cleaner. You have an alkaline and a acidic cleaner. It creates a neutral cleaner. You use one or the other. You shouldn't mix them together. And vinegar is very acidic. We try to warn people on using vinegar. It's not refined and it will damage surfaces and coatings over time. You might as well just take a lemon and squeeze the juice and put it on your granite countertops, just like vinegar. You're going to have Niagara Falls after a while. It will cut through even the natural stone and the different coatings. It also has no disinfecting abilities. People think it does and it doesn't. And also using dish soap, which is alkaline creates soap scum. So to clean your shower and your shower doors with dish soap, you're just adding alkaline soap scum to what you're trying to remove. You're adding to the problem. This is what you need to, you need to learn what to find to make it work well for you. It might look like it's working, but in the end, it's really not over time, not working well. This is the pH scale. And you can see water in the middle is neutral. So as you go up higher, it's alkaline. You go down lower, it's acidic. And if you're looking at hand soap, which is like dish soap and all that, that's a 10. Baking soda is a 9. We use baking soda, a form of baking soda, to determine the pH in our cleaners. We add it when we want it to be higher. Ammonia and bleach, you're getting up to 11 and 12 and 13. Those are not safe levels to be at. And bathroom cleaner should be around a 1. About a 1 is probably a good number for that. Okay, eco-responsible. We call ourselves eco-responsible. Just because it's recyclable, something says the bottle is recyclable, doesn't mean it can be. The bottle might be, but the chemical in it might not be. And it depends on what the chemical is and how bad it is for the environment. If it's really bad chemical, disinfectants, bleach, ammonia, things like that, you don't want to be putting it back into the earth or back into the ecosystem. Cleaners with disinfectants in them are hazardous and not biodegradable or recyclable. They also do not clean well. And most people, and I say most people, do not use a disinfectant cleaner properly or a disinfectant properly. And in doing that, it makes it very dangerous to people in the surrounding areas. A disinfectant leaves a film behind on the surface, and that's what it's supposed to do. It can catch and kill germs that land on the surface you applied it to. So if you have your kitchen counter and you wipe it with a disinfectant cleaner, wipe, one of those wet wipes or whatever that has a disinfectant cleaner in them, you think it's clean and disinfected. Well, it has a layer of strong chemical on it that grabs hold of germs and kills them. But they only kill some of them. They don't kill all of them. And they also can kill the good ones and not just the bad ones. So everything sticks to it. That's the job of it. So some die, some don't. The germs that survive multiply and learn to survive with that chemical, and that creates super germs. Anyone or anything that touches the surface is now contaminating food, including food, dishes, utensils, etc. As soon as you touch that counter with anything, now it's just a bunch of dead germs, dead and live germs, and really bad chemical. The instructions tell you if you're going to use a disinfectant, you need to rinse the surface with potable water. Most people don't read that far. You also need to have a dwell time. People don't follow that. And they keep telling you use fresh wipes to keep it wet for a period of time. Guess what? You're going to go through a whole lot of wipes. And we believe if you remove the soil, the dirt, germs live on dirt. If there's no dirt, germs cannot live on their own. They don't have stomachs. They can't hold on to, like we can eat every 4 hours and be fine. They can't. They have to eat continuously. So it's better to remove the dirt on the surface, and germs will not survive. They can't. And now you don't have bad chemicals. You don't have dead germs. You don't have any germs at all. And many products don't tell you the truth on being the eco-responsible. Swiffers and wipes are not recyclable. Plastics are able to be recycled 7 times. By the 7th time, there's not enough. Every time they recycle it, they use some less and less pure plastic and more recycled. Eventually, you run out of the ability to put pure plastic in, and that's the 7th time. So Swiffers and wipes use 7th generation plastics. They are not biodegradable or recyclable. They end up in landfills and they don't break down. They take I don't know how many hundreds of years to break down or millions of years to break down. So be careful in using those because they're not, it's not helping the environment. So the last part of the cleaning is you want to make sure the results are there. These are some pictures of before and after customers have sent in of using our products. And this is our RV streaker product, which is your entire outside of your RV, your house, your wall, anything outside, because again, it cleans the outside dirt. So here's an awnings, a walkway, the roof of an RV, and just washing the whole rig by itself. And that rig that you see there, at the last picture, that went through a tornado and sat for 2 years in a field. And they decided they wanted to get back into camping, and they cleaned it up, and they used the RV streaker to clean it up, and they said it looks almost brand new again. Here's some more pictures before and after of a roof and the front of a rig. This rig, the Outback, was in a field. For many, they were trading it in for a new rig, and they had already made their deal and all that. So we asked them if we can do test on their RV, and they're like, sure. Once we got done cleaning it, they said that they wished that they had waited till after we tested on their RV before they got their trade-in value from the dealer. The second picture is actually love bugs. That was cleaned by a customer using our ready-to-use version of our streaker. You spray it on, it's like a spray and wipe. Spray it on, let it sit for a couple minutes, and wipe it off with a wet rag. It's great for spot cleaning or cleaning the cap when you get to a campground and you just want to cleaning windshields of a motorhome. We have motorhome people that use it on their windshields because the window cleaner does not remove the bugs. But it even takes care of love bugs. Those are actual love bugs on that RV. And then you see the Jayco with all the black streaks coming down. That's actually Don's rig. And then the last one is a car, before and after, because it's the same dirt that's on your vehicle, that's on your RV, that's on your house, that's on anything outside. You can use the streaker on all of that. So it's safe for all your surfaces on your RV, your roof, your sides, your awnings. And it doesn't matter what the surface is, it's the dirt that you're trying to clean. So our foaming deep cleaning concentrate works best using a foam cannon. You foam the cleaner on the RV, let it sit for 3 to 5 minutes. Then using a soft pad, we recommend either our T-bar, which is a furry head that looks like a T, or a lamb's wool pad. And we have an 8-foot extension pole that's really great. You never have to use a ladder for the sides and the awnings. And you agitate from bottom up, and then you rinse from top down. And you always wash the sides first, like as I said earlier, before cleaning the roof. For the roof, we recommend our 13-inch microfiber pad. It holds itself on the roof very well. And with our cleaner, you don't need anything aggressive. If you're up there scrubbing, your cleaner's not working, your elbows are. So again, on the roof, you foam on, let sit which is dwell time, letting it sit there for 3 to 5 minutes, and then agitate, which is using the pad, to loosen up any dirt that hasn't been loosened by the chemical already. And then you rinse. And when you're done with the roof, you rinse all the sides and awnings just to make sure all the cleaner and dirt gets removed. To clean the awnings, a couple ways you can do it. You can foam from underneath and agitate or roll up the awnings for a few minutes. And then when you unroll it, agitate if need be and rinse it off. Always make sure that you rinse it off. Even if it looks like it's clean, you want the dirt and the chemical to leave the surface. And then you can also use a ready-to-use version of the RV streaker to clean your awnings too. That's the 16-ounce spray bottle. And bugs and the easy part with our system is bugs and most black streaks will come off when you wash your RV with the deep foaming concentrate, which saves time. So you're not having to do multiple passes or multiple steps, removing the bugs with one cleaner, removing the black streaks with another, and then cleaning. That's part of cleaning, is removing all that stuff, and that will save you time and money and energy in cleaning your rig. And it is very easy to clean the RV. And then you can use the ready-to-use version for spot cleaning for the bugs and black streaks. You can use the ready-to-use version to clean your whole rig, but you'd be hand spraying it. But it is possible to do that. Now, the slide-out streak is not a normal black streak. It is the rubber leaching from the seal. So what we have learned in all of our testing and always trying to find easy ways of cleaning things, if you use a small amount of our RV streaker deep cleaning concentrate, undiluted, and this is the only time we'll probably tell you to use it undiluted, on a soft cloth, just put a little dab on a wet soft cloth, and then you wipe the streak with that cloth and then rinse it well. It's strong enough in the concentrated format. The surfactant in it is strong enough to remove that streak, because otherwise you'd have to go to the acidic side, and our bathroom cleaner works the same way, also removing that streak. But if you don't have the bathroom cleaner, you can use the streaker. And then, like I said, we have customers with motorhomes that use our ready-to-use streaker when they stop for fuel, because when they go to clean the windshield, the window cleaner that they have at the gas station or even on hand doesn't remove the bugs. Window cleaner is, we call it like a window polish. It's more polishing the glass. It doesn't have enough surfactants in there to do the really good clean that like a multi-surface or a streaker would do. So you can use the streaker to remove the bugs, and then you might want to go over it with window cleaner, but you might not have to. It's your option to do that. We get a lot of questions on waxing and cleaning. Does our cleaner strip the wax? So first off, there is a difference between wax and a finish. A finish is made with synthetic ingredients, and it allows it to dry very hard, and dirt sits on top. So that's like a gel finish or ceramic coating. That is a finish. It doesn't rub off. It takes a lot to get it off. You need a stripper for that finish to remove it. A wax is soft. It's made with natural ingredients, and it dries soft, and dirt will penetrate it. So every time, that's how it sticks to it, is it penetrates it into the top layer of the wax. So yes, you do want to use a cleaner that removes wax if you have a wax coating, because otherwise you will not get the dirt off. Now, you do not want it to strip the wax. That is not a good thing. And a stripper would take all the layers off, and you get down to the bare, and it's pretty rough product to use a stripper. But a cleaner that removes the wax layer, and it's a microscopic layer, so it's not like it's going to, all of a sudden not be wax. It's just enough to get the dirt off that's stuck in the top layer. Now, a good cleaner should not affect a finish, a gel coat, ceramic, whatever. If it does, run as far as you can away from that cleaner. It's not a good cleaner, because a ceramic coating is so hard that you should not have anything that affects that when you clean it. Another question, how many washes until the wax is removed? Well, it depends on the cleaner, the wax used, and how abrasive your tools are that you use. If you're using an aggressive brush, you're going to rub more of that wax off, because again, it's soft, than you are using a cleaner. So it varies. There's no answer.
Most waxes will last on a car or finish 8 to 12 washes.
But then there's better ones, and different levels of quality there. And should you wax your RV every time you wash it? No. There are downsides, and you can have too much wax. You can over wax it. If it looks dull and you've waxed it, like if you wash it and it looks dull and you've waxed it recently, it could be your cleaner. A lot of cleaners leave a film, and people think it's because it's dull from the film that it needs to be waxed, and then you wax it And guess what? You just waxed in a layer of film. And the other thing we tell people is be careful or understand that if you use an all-in-one cleaner, a wax and a cleaner, every time, as soon as that pad or that cloth hits that side of that rig and you're wiping it, you are waxing that rig. So if you don't get that spot off on that first wipe, you just waxed it in. And we get a lot of people saying, well, the streaker didn't work. Well, no, come to find out, it's because it's under a couple layers of wax, because then they'll tell us, oh, I used a wash wax combo to clean with. Well, they just waxed it in, and it's not going to come off until you get all those layers of wax off. We actually even had somebody with a ceramic coating that had the company that coated it for them did not get all the spots off, and ceramic coated over a spot. So be very careful with that. So that's our outside cleaners. Our inside cleaners, our big one is, well, they're all big, but is bathroom cleaner. And these are some, again, customer photos. The first one is if you can't read the little blurb there, it's hair color. She couldn't get anything to get it off. Our bathroom cleaner got it off. Shower doors, again, because you need something clean, soap scum, not glass. Glass cleaner won't work on soap scum. So bathroom cleaner, we've had people tell us they use a couple drops of the bathroom cleaner on a wet rag to clean their shower doors in their trailer. You start at the bottom, again, a vertical surface, and clean upward and then rinse from top down. You can also use the bathroom cleaner in the toilet, in your sinks and in your toilets. Now, I have to tell you a story on this toilet. We purposely made that toilet look like that. We did not clean it for I don't know how long, because we wanted to do testing and see how bad it could get before a bathroom cleaner wouldn't work. And it was funny because my dad, as he got older, didn't come into the office every day. So we were using the toilet at our office building to get dirty like this. And he comes in one day out of the blue, and I was on the phone with a customer or whatever, and he's like talking or whatever, and I get off and I'm like, what's going on? He goes, do you guys ever clean the toilet? Look how filthy this is. And I'm like, we were getting it bad so we could test it. He goes, oh, he had already cleaned it. So we had to let it start all over again to get dirty like that. We don't touch the toilet. We are getting it dirty to test with. And yes, the bathroom cleaner got it clean. Now this shower was, Sheila, I think was her name. And it's actually Jayco owner. And she came to me with her bathroom looking like this. And she was so upset. Thought she had to get a new insert. And we've had this problem before from other people. So I told her, I said, try our cream cleanser. It's hard water, something in the water somewhere she went that turned it orange. She did not let it get that way by not cleaning it. And she posted pictures, sent me pictures. She couldn't believe it. And you could see our little bottle in the bottom left picture of the cream cleanser is what she used, that and the bathroom cleaner together, and got it removed easily. So hard water, cream cleanser is a paste cleaner. It's great on hard water and build up. Stainless steel cleaner, the stainless steel sink, that's before and after of all the gook that, the crystallized. When you get the hard stuff, bathroom cleaner can't get it because it's just a liquid, where the paste cleaner just has a little bit more power to get through the crustiness of hard water. They can be used in conjunction. You can use either the cream cleanser or the bathroom cleaner to clean your shower, your tub, whatever. What we tell people with the cream cleanser, though, never press when you're rubbing. You will get rub marks and it can scratch. You just, like putting lotion on baby's bottom, just gently work it into the surface. If stainless steel, you go with the grain, never against the grain. And it is amazing how well this cream cleanser cleans. The next two, the one on the left is our multi-surface cleaner, and that's a floor. We had a bunch of rental properties for a while, and this tenant had moved out after, 4 or 5 years, and that's the floor underneath the stove and the refrigerator. And the painter called me and said, you have to replace your floor. And I'm like, nah, I'll come clean it because you won't be able to clean it. Now, this is the one time I did use a scrub brush, and it's like peeling an onion. You put the solution on the floor, let it sit for a few minutes, scrub it, rinse it, do it again. You don't add more cleaner. Adding more detergent not going to help you get it clean better. It can only clean so much at one time. It took me probably about 3 passes, I think, to clean it. And that's the floor on the right-hand side is the floor when it was done. It's amazing. You can clean your almost everything but your shower and your tub and your toilet with the multi-surface cleaner. It cleans everything else: floors, walls, fingerprints, microwaves, stoves, fantastic, the fans, microwaves, yeah, anything, table. I have a bottle. I keep a spray bottle with a cloth on it. And if we had 3 boys growing up, and if they had to open the cabinet door to grab the bottle, they wouldn't use it to clean. I kept it on the counter with a rag on it, and every time they got done on the kitchen counter or the table, they would spray and wipe and clean. And it's a spray and wipe, so it's a really easy way of cleaning. Your floors, great for your floors. And then the one on the right is our window cleaner. And this was a customer who came up and gave me the pictures. They waxed their rig and got overspray of the wax onto the door and the windows, and nothing would get it off. And when they tried our window cleaner, it came right off. Okay, so couple signs that your cleaner isn't working. If you have to wash your tools when you're done using them to clean, that's a sign. This is a video of a customer cleaning our lamb's wool pad after they clean their RV. This is also the black car. Actually, no, this is cleaning the black car that we showed you a couple slides ago. Can you play that video, Don? And all they did was rinse it with a hose. Look at that dirt that comes out. That's a sign of good cleaning.
The son-in-law using his father-in-law's tools, so he had to get it clean.
Right, because the father-in-law not only sent us the video, but told us he needed more stuff because the son-in-law used his cleaners and his tools again. But if you have to wash, if you're using a bucket and it's all a yellow bucket and it's all black and brown and gook on it, what is it leaving behind on the surface you just cleaned? You want your tools, you're using tools in detergent. They should be clean and be able to just be rinsed clean like that. We maybe once a year, I'll clean all of our cleaning heads that Steve uses when we clean the RV. And even then, I don't even use detergent in the washing machine. I throw them in the washing machine just with water to get a good rinsing and a good wringing, because you can only do so much as you get older. My hands can't wring them out as well. So that's a sign that it's not a good, your cleaner isn't working very well if you have to actually wash them when you're done. Another sign is if you have to deep clean occasionally. If you clean on a normal basis and your cleaner is cleaning, there should be nothing left behind that builds up. Deep cleaning means you have built up dirt that hasn't been cleaned. So if you're cleaning on normal rotation, you should never have to deep clean if it's a good cleaner. Also, if you need to use a second cleaner to remove the film left behind, somebody had asked online what people use to clean their floors in their RV. And one answer was that they used a Swiffer, and then I forget what the second cleaner was to clean the film that the Swiffer left behind. If you have to clean it twice, just use the cleaner that didn't leave anything behind and remove the dirt. Find the one that can clean the first time. Why do it twice? And then if you think you need more aggressive tools or need to use aggressive tools, again, the cleaner's not working, you are. And the biggest sign your cleaner isn't working is if your elbows are sore from working hard. When they say this cleaner and some elbow grease, that means that cleaner's not working, your elbows will be. Find a better cleaner that, they are out there. Find a better one that makes it easier and you're not sore. And then tips for a better and easier clean. People use cold water. Do not use hot water to clean anything. Hot water spreads grease and oils. Grease and oils float in cold water and get removed. Think about chicken soup. As you're eating chicken soup and it's hot, you don't see any grease. You put it away in the refrigerator. The next morning, you find an inch of fat at the top of the container because it solidifies and floats. That's why cold water is better to use for cleaning. Forget those steam cleaners and all of that stuff. You want cold water. Again, wash vertical surfaces from bottom to top. This prevents clean streaks. Remember to clean according to the soil, not the surface. And what we tell people is we usually always tell them start with a multi-surface cleaner, unless it's soap scum. And then if that doesn't work, try the other side because most soils will be removed with a multi-surface cleaner. Make sure it's a safe quality cleaner. You don't want any bad cleaners in it. You don't want no bleach, no ammonia, no, anything like that that will harm, the surfaces either. And let your cleaner do the work. Read the dwell time is very important. If it says to leave wet for 2 minutes, leave it wet for 2 minutes. If it says to leave it wet for 10 minutes, leave it wet for 10 minutes, because that's the amount of time that with all their testing, that what their formula takes to work to loosen up the dirt, so make it easier for you to remove the dirt. And if you're scrubbing, your cleaner's not working, you are. And the most important, and I know this is so difficult for most people, is read and follow the instructions on the label. We have to put them on there for a reason. And it's really important because our cleaner, we teach people so totally different than other cleaners tell you to do, and it works. But if you use it the other way, if you use things incorrectly, they're not always going to work for you. And that's it. So we thank you. Also, the Flock has a special code for a discount on our website. So it's 10% off anything on the website. Just use the code Flock. Type that in, and if there's a box for discount code, use the word Flock and you'll get 10% off.
And we appreciate that.
And we appreciate you, Don.
Well, I don't see anybody posting any questions.
Okay.
So,
we're always available for any questions at gabespride.com.
yes. And you guys will be at New York and possibly Indiana?
Those are the two that we pretty sure we can make. We are planning on coming to New York and Indiana.
Mm-hmm. And if anybody's got any questions about their product as well, ask me. I do use it on a regular basis. And I think I even emailed you guys that the first time I used it to clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
remember that. I point out your little text that you sent us a lot.
Yeah. It's one of our main comments.
For people that don't know, it saved an hour and a half, roughly, maybe 2 hours off cleaning my RV. I used to spend almost a whole day, and it melted the stuff off. It was awesome. And now my wife is watching this, so now I'm going to have to come up with another story why it takes so long.
You told me you were going to have her watch it, and now you just busted yourself.
Yeah, I know. I'll figure out something else to tell her now. Why it takes so long. But
and so you can send us a message through our website. Our email is cs@gabespride.com. If you want to send us just an email direct, you may call us. Whichever email is usually the easiest because our company phones shut off at 5 and don't work on the weekends.
Don's a really good reference as well.
Yep. I was going to say something now. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, if anybody uses their products and you have photos, send them to you guys.
Yes, definitely.
Before and after.
We also have, if you do use our products, we have a contest going on right now. Ends March 31st. So hurry up and get it. Go to our website and our Facebook page, and you'll see some links at either if it's a Google review, Facebook review, or a video review. If you just do a written review, you're put in a drawing for a $50 gift certificate for our website. And if you do a video review, then you're in a drawing for $100. But it ends March 31st. So if you do use the products, definitely get yourself entered into those contests.
Perfect. All right. Well, I guess we should wrap it up then. Thank you guys, as always, for coming on here.
Thank you very much. We appreciated being here.
I appreciate you guys for everything.
Thank you.
And I never knew you guys lived an hour and a half away.
That's a wonderful thing. Small world sometimes.
I went to
It is.
college in
Oh.
Syracuse.
Hold on. We got a question.
Okay.
What was the cleaner that you used on the shower door?
Bathroom cleaner.
Bathroom cleaner. Absolutely.
There you go, Joe. The bathroom cleaner.
And I like to tell people just a little dab will do you, like the old hair commercials. You little dab on a wet rag, clean that soap scum right up.
Now you're dating yourself with a little dab will do you.
If you have hard water, if you're on well or have hard water issues, I tell people you might want to just go directly to the cream cleanser because it will clean the hard water easier for you than the bathroom cleaner
But
will.
85% of the time, that bathroom cleaner is going to do
Yes.
its job.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
And Joe, we will check your RV in New York, or I think you're only in Indiana. We will check your RV there to see how it come out.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can always come back and get a free sample when we're there.
Yep. That is true. You do hand out free samples.
We hand out free samples at the rallies we go to, and then we send you samples for the ones we don't go to.
Yes, you do. And I appreciate it very much.
Yep.
Not a problem.
All right. Well, thank you
Well,
for
everyone
coming
have
on.
a wonderful night.
Yes. And I will see you guys soon.
Excellent. See you soon.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye.